Hello and welcome to the Edges of Earth. My name is Brock. I have some good news and I have some bad news. I'm going to start with the bad news first. Basically, the bad news is my channel is dying. It has been dying for quite a while, about 2.5 years to be specific. I think there are two reasons why my channel is dying. So let's go back 2.5 years to the beginning of 2020. We all know what happened then. I have to be careful with what I say because there's a lot of censorship on YouTube. Basically, during that time, I had just finished visiting China for 6 months and filming, and then I went to a different country and was starting to edit all of my footage about traveling. And about January or February is when I started to upload my videos to YouTube about China. Well, what I didn't know is that there was censorship about the word China. Anyone talking about China on YouTube was basically canceled. Now, they did it in different ways. Some were dethrottled, and I think that's what happened to me. I think my channel was penalized or dethrottled. Before I started uploading these videos, I was getting about 250,000 views per month consistently, and it was just every month, it was just more and more, it was growing, it was great. Income was climbing with that as well. But then, when I started uploading my videos about China, nobody watched them. It went to no one. I uploaded them and I thought, this is gonna be so awesome because it was such a fun series. Nobody watched them. It was just dead. Like I had no followers, no subscribers, nothing. It was very, very strange. Eventually, what I realized is that anybody who was saying the word China in their videos or putting keywords about China during that time, you were censored. You were, I believe, dethrottled. And if you were actually talking about the topic of the thing floating in the air, the V word, then you could be completely wiped out, like they would just delete your channel. I heard story after story after story of YouTubers who just mentioned China or used the word China or whatever, and they just got destroyed. I mean, some of them had millions of followers, but they were talking about the topics that I guess you were not allowed to talk about, but nobody knew that you were not allowed to talk about them. But anyway, I wasn't. I was just traveling and saying, hey, this is a cool place. But anyway, I was dethrottled. I went from 250,000 views consistently down to 20,000. That's nothing. The sad part is after 2.5 years of this, going from country to country to country and uploading more content, I haven't came back from this. I think I'm at like 30,000 per month right now, which is nothing. So it took me 2.5 years to consistently get 10,000 more views every month. I mean, that took me 2.5 years to do that. It blows my mind. So I believe that I have been dethrottled, and I believe that that dethrottling is still active. There's no way to remove it. There's no slap on your YouTube channel. You can get 3 of them, and I've received 0. So I believe it's like something deep. It's been really, really frustrating. So basically, because of this, now the income that I thought I could rely on, it crashed, and now I'm earning enough money per day to buy a bottle of water, and that's pretty much it. So really, really, really frustrating. And if you spend 6.5 years of your life on something, it's really demotivating to watch it all disappear in 2 weeks. It's really frustrating to see all of your work go to nothing because of someone sitting in a chair somewhere wants censorship. So that's basically the negative thing that's happening. That's number one, and that is, I believe, the biggest reason, because everything was fine before this. The other half, I guess, maybe I'm not focusing on the right things. Maybe my content has changed and it has evolved a little bit, but maybe I evolved away from the core of my channel, and I think I did a little bit. I don't think it has as big of impact as the first topic did. Basically, what I think happened is I started off with a little GoPro, and then I also had a bigger camera along with that GoPro. But when I was filming, I basically was filming everything that happened to me because my camera was so small. This happened, here's where I am, this is what it looks like. And so this is kind of what I did. Eventually, I got sucked into the idea of creating content that was more beautiful, more visually appealing, less, hey, this is what my room looks like, and hey, this is what just happened, look at that. And more of, this is the area that I'm in. You know, what I would do is I would travel, get on the bus, get on the train, get all the way there, walk to my hotel, go in my hotel, put everything down, unpack, pack my camera bag, go outside, talk to several people, finally get to the destination that I wanted and said, hey, this is the beginning of my video. And the reason for that is because I wanted higher quality footage, and it was impossible to film while I was traveling because my camera equipment was so big. I guess, again, my focus was on quality and making everything look beautiful, and it was less on everything that was happening around me, including the people that I was talking to. Possibly this is something that is not as interesting. People maybe want to see the actual journey more. I'm not sure. Nobody ever commented on my videos for a couple of years now because I've had no traffic. So I'm not sure, but I'm going back to that and I'll talk about that in a moment. It made it difficult to film this because my camera was always so big. I had a giant microphone with a giant extension arm attached, plus cables, plus I had a giant gimbal with batteries inside, electronic gimbal. I had to carry my big bag with an extra lens, plus the drone. It was a nightmare. I mean, it was a lot of equipment. Everywhere I went, it looked like I was filming a movie and people were like, what are you doing? If someone would talk to me and I wanted to film them, it was difficult because people would be like, no, it looks like you're filming a movie. The camera is just so big. And I have to put it in their face. They felt so intimidated. It was really frustrating. The footage that I wanted to get, which is mainly of people, I couldn't because it was just impossible. Or someone came up to me and talked to me and I would like to record it, but, oh, give me a second, hold on, let me assemble all of my movie equipment and fire it up and get the focus, and 2 minutes later, I say, okay, continue, and it's just like, well, it kills the mood. It's been really, really frustrating. All of that said, I have some good news. So let's start the good news. The good news is I bought a new camera. I've been wanting to get new equipment for about 2 or 2.5 years now, but it's been impossible because everywhere I'm traveling, it's either A, I can't get this equipment that I want, or B, I don't trust the mailing system. I mean, there was a time where my mother sent a new phone for me in the mail from the United States to India, never arrived. Someone stole it in the mail. There was no tracking number once it crossed the border into India, and so I got nothing. Inside that also were my new credit cards because I had had them stolen in Bangladesh. So my new credit cards were also gone. So I had to cancel the new credit cards and do this whole thing again. It was really, really frustrating. Multiple times my items never arrived in India, and I guess it made me nervous and yeah, lost a lot. Unfortunately, I don't trust the mailing system in some countries, and so it's been kind of difficult to get the cameras that I want. But luckily, one of my YouTube subscribers, Damon, came to my rescue and saved the day. Basically, I met him in Greece, and then he flew home and said, hey, if you're going to Turkey, let's meet in Cappadocia. I said, okay. And I said, hey, can I ask a favor? And he says, yeah. I said, if I send you money, can you order some new things for me and bring them? He says, yeah. I sent him money, he ordered the cameras, went to his house, and then he flew to Turkey to meet me in Cappadocia, and then he gave me all the new products. But what he didn't know is I was just gonna give him all of my previous equipment, including the drone, including the everything. And so it was like $4,500 worth of camera equipment that I just gave him. So I don't know what he's gonna do with it. Maybe he's gonna use it, maybe he's gonna get rid of it, maybe he's gonna give it to his kids, no idea. I'm happy because I don't have it anymore and I didn't just wanna throw it in the garbage can. Anyway, thanks to Damon, because without his help, I don't even know how I would have got this equipment. I'm filming on the new equipment now, and I also have this little thing. This is actually a camera. It looks like AirPods or EarPods, or I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a camera inside, and you take this little camera out and I can like put it here, which is gonna be amazing for me. I won't discuss everything about the cameras yet. Maybe I'll save that for another video. This camera is a 360 camera. I'm actually filming in 360 now, and then after I'm done filming, I have to edit it using a special software. I guess the other new thing is going to be my filming style. Using a 360 camera, it's gonna create a completely different look. You can see things don't look normal right now. And so when I go out shooting with this camera, things are gonna look quite a bit different, but hopefully different good. And basically the filming style that I'm going to have is I'm going to include more of my journey. I guess I'm just getting back to what I did 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And I'm going to show you how I go from point A to point B, who talks to me, what I do here, the trains, the flights, the hotels. I've just kind of stayed away from all of those for two reasons. A, because it's not super beautiful, but mainly B, it was impossible because all of my equipment was so big. I'm carrying this big bag here, I'm carrying a massive bag on my shoulders behind me. Plus, I gotta hold on to this big ass gimbal with cameras and microphones. I can barely walk, let alone film. It's been impossible until now. So everything now is tiny. This camera here is just this tiny little thing right here, and then this camera is itty bitty. It's gonna help me a lot. So the filming style is gonna be totally different than what you've seen for many, many years. Hopefully it'll be more interesting. I think it'll be more interesting, and hopefully you do too. I'm totally anticipating people unsubscribing because it's just not what they want anymore, but I guess that's okay. So overall, I'm super happy because this stuff is so lightweight. I mean, I can go anywhere with it. My bags are so much lighter. I still have my big bag back here, which has clothes, and that's pretty much it, clothes and other little things. The small bag in front is so much smaller and lighter. And plus, when I go out exploring, I will leave the big bag home like normal, and I'll take the small bag with me. This thing will be as light as a feather. I mean, it's just gonna have this camera, and then a microphone and a cable. And that's my whole setup. I mean, it's gonna be awesome. By the way, did you know that out of all of the videos that I've uploaded to YouTube over 6.5 years, you have only seen less than 0.5% of my travels. Basically, when I go outside and walk, there are so many things that have happened to me over the last 6.5 years, so many awesome stories that I wish I could have filmed, but it was impossible because I'm carrying the big equipment, or people are camera shy and they say, no, I don't want to be part of this, or people say, come with me and let's hang out, but no camera, or there's just a million different things in so many different countries. It is just, the camera was the problem. And so now that this is smaller, more lightweight, I can go to more places. I've even been to places wanting to film and even promote their own place, but they're like, no, sorry, your camera's too big. We don't allow big cameras. And I said, what? Yeah, you can shoot with your phone. But I said, the big camera's 4K. My cell phone is 8K. They're like, yeah, sorry, no. There's been situations where I couldn't even film because the camera was too big. So it's like, I'm really excited for the change. I'm really happy that things are changing, and hopefully it's a change for the good. But there is something that makes me nervous. There's actually a couple things that make me a little bit nervous. Number one is editing. This is a 360 camera, and if you've never used one of these, you have to use a special software to edit. Basically, everything is going to be filmed in 360, and then after, in post, I have to edit it and export the angle that I want you to see. I have no idea how to do this, never did it before, but I'm going to learn how. Plus, after I get the final clip, I have to put it in my original editing software and then do everything in there to do the final cuts. So I'm literally using two softwares to edit this footage and upload it. That's gonna make me a little bit nervous because A, I don't know what I'm doing and I have to learn something new, but B, how much extra time is this gonna take? I've thought about this a lot. Everything will be reduced. I'm hoping that all of my editing will take less time. Right now, it takes me about 15 hours from start to finish for one single YouTube video. That includes all of the edits and the title and tagging and transcribing, translating, 15 hours. When I upload these videos and nobody watches them, basically I'm earning $1.50 or $2 for 15 hours of work. And it really gets under my skin. It's very frustrating. I love sharing my journey, it's fun, but damn. The other thing that makes me nervous is data. The amount of data storage I will need is going to be crazy. So recently you'll notice that I started shooting 4K in the last 6 months, and so the quality looks really good, I think. Before that I was just HD and that was fine. With HD I could go out and film all day long. When I came back to my hotel, I would have anywhere between 8 and 12 gigabytes of footage for one afternoon. It takes me a while to fill up my hard drive, and so that makes me happy. But then I switched to 4K, and holy crap, basically one day of shooting I would come home and have anywhere between 20 and 35 gigabytes of data. And so you had to multiply that out every day, every week for a year and figure out how much space you need. That's a lot of space. But then this camera, 360, holy crap, it takes about 1 gigabyte per minute. So basically, the way I have it figured out, when I go out and explore and come back, I'm going to have close to about 50 gigs of data just for an afternoon. 50 gigs, that's insane. Yeah, so that makes me nervous. Where am I gonna put all this data? I don't know. I just have to put it on my hard drive and then upload it to my cloud. But can you imagine 50 gigabytes every day being uploaded to a cloud? It's great if you have super high speed internet, but when I'm at a hotel, this is not possible. To upload 50 gigabytes would take more than a week in many of my hotels, more than a week of just leaving it plugged in and upload. But this is every day, so it's basically a nightmare. What am I gonna do with all this? I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. I might end up having to buy hard drive after hard drive after hard drive, and I'll get into this point where I just have hard drives on hard drives on hard drives, and I'm just carrying it in my bag. Like, this is also pointless. So the one thing that would save me is if I put all of my data on SD cards. They can make these tiny little 1 terabyte SD card, and if I buy like 30 of them, my whole life could fit into something this big. My whole life could fit into that. But these SD cards are ridiculously expensive, like $250 for one, something like that. So multiply that out, a few $1,000s just to store my space versus a few $100s. I still have to stick with a big and bulky for now. But anyway, this is something that I'm running through my head and it makes me nervous. Hopefully this crazy stuff and YouTube censorship finally goes away. I don't see it happening anytime soon, but I can always dream. I guess my way to counteract is really get back to what makes me happy and excited, which is meet local people. Hopefully I can create a couple viral videos and that will overcome whatever YouTube has on my account. I don't know. I'm just gonna get back to what makes me happy, and now I can with this small equipment, and that is people. You know, basically when I travel the world, I don't care about food, I don't care about the mountains or the landscape, I don't care about the architecture around me. I really don't care very much. All I care about is people, interacting with people. That is what makes me happy. I could be in the most beautiful country in the world, but if I'm not talking to anyone, it's the most boring place on earth. Same thing with the most amazing food or the most amazing architecture. I don't care. But I could be in the ugliest place in the world, and believe me, I have been to many, but the people are so interesting. They want to talk, they want to chat, they want to invite you places, they want you to go with them, they want to come and hang out at your house just to talk. To me, this is the coolest thing ever. So I travel the world for people. I've really just wanted to film this interaction, but it's always been impossible until now. So I'm really excited about what's coming because I will be able to interact with people and film it at the same time, which has been almost impossible before in the way that I wanted it. So I'm excited. So hopefully you're as excited as I am. I doubt it because I'm weird, but I am. I'm pretty excited about what's happening. That's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to share with you. My pros and my cons, my good news, my bad news. Hopefully you stick with me. You have to bear with me for at least 6 months because I'm learning how to film with this new equipment. I have no idea how, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm probably gonna get a lot of things wrong. Editing, I'm probably gonna get a lot of things wrong because you have to know how to use it while you're filming. And if I make a mistake while filming, then when I edit, it's just gonna be like, I should have did this, but I didn't know. So a lot of it is gonna be trial and error for like 6 months, so bear with me. Hopefully I'll figure it all out eventually after 6 months and things will look better. Thank you for letting me get this off my chest. It's been on my chest for like 2.5 years now. Thank you all for watching and following my crazy adventures. Remember, your time is running out. Start living. Take care.